Hey everyone, I'm Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and today I'm going to be showing you what I got from the Erin Condren Early Access Black Friday sale. This is actually a huge order. I think it's actually the biggest one I've ever placed with Erin Condren, so I'm really excited about a lot of things that are in here, and I can't wait to show them to you. I thought it would be fun to just show you this little box that came because my order was actually so big that it came in a normal brown shipping box instead of one of the Erin Condren signature boxes. But I ordered 2 planners and they actually put them inside this box in the larger brown box. I'm guessing it's just to protect it, but I just thought it was funny. And so since I don't actually have like the big box to show you anymore, and I don't think it would actually fit on the camera screen anyway, I just thought I would show you this cute pink one that came. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to show you, this was a free gift that came with the order. Any order over $100 got the option to choose between this one and an In Bloom gift set. And because I already had most of the stuff that was inside the In Bloom one, I decided to go with the Harmony version because I don't think I have any of this yet. I might have the sticky notes, but I don't think so. And either way, sticky notes are something that I can always use more of. I actually really like the Harmony Neutral colorway when they did that, and so it was kind of fun to see some of those colors again. And then, of course, there's the Harmony, the Harmony Colorful interchangeable covers. And because I love covers, that's also really fun. So anyway, yeah, this is the free gift that came with my purchase. So the first couple things that I got are actually really big, as you can see. And so I'm going to do my best to show them to you. This is one of their new zip organizers, and this is the largest size that they released. And it's in the color Wisteria, which is really, really pretty. I love the purple. I chose the large one specifically because, let me find the zipper. It has room inside to hold an 8.5 by 11 notebook. And that's what I wanted to keep in here. And so I just needed the extra large one for that. So here it opens. I want to show you the side of it. So it actually unzips and opens at an angle. I'm trying to show it, but this thing is really, really big. But the way it opens, it will actually sit flat on the table and you can use both halves of it to organize if you just left it open. But I also love that then I can close it and it has the handle so I can carry it around if I want it somewhere else to work on my supplies that will be in here. It's actually going to be like my faith planning tote. So all of my study supplies, my scriptures, journals, things like that, that's what I'm going to keep in here. So on the inside, there's this mesh pouch and it's open from both sides here. So you can just slide things inside here. I actually kind of want to see if I can close up one of these, and so it's just open on one side. I don't know that things will fall out. It feels pretty tight, and so they probably wouldn't. But just because I do plan to probably carry this, at least from room to room, probably not outside my house, but I want the option to carry it and move it around or zip it up when I'm not using it. I do want to make sure that anything that I put in here is secure, and so I might try to find something that I can do to seal up one of these sides. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm not really sure what I would put in this part anyway. There's also a zipper pocket here that's also mesh, and it could just hold like a few pens or something like that. It's not a huge pocket. I want to say it's like 7 inches by like 4 inches, something like that. Definitely big enough to hold some like writing tools. And then on this side, it comes with this divider right here that you can rearrange or pull out. All of these are Velcro on each of the edges, so you can move them around as necessary. There's not really other places to put them, so you can't really adjust them, but you can choose whether or not you actually want them in there. And then, of course, this is the size pocket that will hold something that's 8.5 by 11. Now, if you keep it open, you actually could put something like a 3-ring binder in here. It is wide enough to hold that for sure. And you might be able to get it to zip up, but it's actually kind of tight. You'd probably have to have it at kind of like an angle if you wanted to zip that up in there. I do think it's possible. I just don't think it's very convenient. But if you left it open, it definitely does fit inside that space. The material is a canvas, and this is really durable. It's very sturdy feeling, even without this divider in here, which, by the way, this is like a really thick cardboard material. So it's very sturdy. But even without that, this case stands up all on its own. It's very it's not going to like flop around or collapse on itself. So this is just one of the things that I am most excited about. As soon as I realized what I could use this for, I just knew I wanted one. So that was one of the first things that I grabbed. The second thing is actually kind of similar, and it's this organizer caddy. This is also pretty big. I think I saw on the description it's 17 inches across, and I don't know, probably like 10 or 11 across. The only thing is this side does kind of keep collapsing in. I think it should stick once I have books and things in there. It should be fine. But just for now, it seems to just kind of be pushing in a little bit. On the inside of this pocket right here, there are some pen loops too. And it has pockets all around the outside of it, which I just love that. This is actually my favorite one because this one right here actually zips open. So this would be a great pocket to hold things that you just want to make sure don't fall out. But then you have the side pockets too that are really easy to access if you want to like slip some pens in there or stickers that you use frequently. And similar to the zip organizer, this one also has the dividers that you can either remove or keep in with the Velcro. It divides the box in about half. I think it's a little bit more on this side than on this side, but it's pretty close to half. So this is the other rather large thing that I got, and I am so excited about this too. It is also very durable, very sturdy feeling. The sides of it are hard, but then they're covered in the canvas material, and then they have these really nice thick handles that you can use to carry it around. So I'm really happy with it. I think this is amazing quality, and I'm really excited to use it. Okay, so this next group of items, they're actually not for me. These are things that are for my mom, but they're kind of cool. And some of these are things I haven't seen before, and so I wanted to show them to you. So the first thing is this little stack of sticky notes, and they are budget bookmarks. So they have the little tab at the top, and then they have a list here for bills with a little check mark for when it has been paid, and then it just says month at the top. They are sticky on the back, and there are 40 of them in the pack. So I think these are really cute, and I love that it has the little tab at the top. That would make it so easy to find. I love the idea of having the checklist. That just seems like it would make it so easy to make sure that everything gets paid. So I think those are really cool. Also got some of the mini snap-in bookmarks. I love these. These are probably one of my favorite accessories ever, and they are for her, but I picked them out for her. But these are definitely one of my #1 recommended accessories from Erin Condren. If you are new to Erin Condren, you're using a coiled planner, definitely pick up some of the mini snap-in bookmarks. They are so good. And these I'm very intrigued by. They are reusable sticky notes. So they stick to any smooth surface, and then you can use them kind of like a dry or wet erase board. So they behave like sticky notes where you can reposition them, but then you can just wipe them clean and use them again. So there are sets of 3. This is like a bluish green tone, and then we have the pink version. But I think these are really fun, and I'm interested to see how they work for her. The other thing that I'm really intrigued by, this is a set of monthly calendars for 2024, and these are also sticky notes. I think they are about 10 by 6 inches, and of course it's got the whole year. They are Post-it brand, which is amazing. I love it when they do things that are actually Post-it notes instead of just sticky notes, because they have the best stick on them. But I thought these were really fun. They were actually bigger than I was expecting them to be, just based on the picture on the website. I was picturing something more like a 4 by 6 card. But they actually should fit within like a normal sheet of paper. So if you're doing something like building your own planner, you could put this in there, and then you would have your monthly calendar already done. Or if you need to move your calendar around every once in a while, having it on a sticky note would be really cool. But I love this idea. I think it's kind of fun. I'm sure there's tons of ways that people could use those. And then the last thing that she got is this dashboard for meal planning. So it has the days of the week here. This column says snacks, and then this one's just blank. It has some cute little kitchen tools at the top. And then the back of it is a shopping list with different categories on it. Again, I can see how this would be really convenient to have, especially if you don't need to keep your weekly meal plan. You can just erase it and start over again. So those are the items that my mom got. Okay, and then here's my pile of goodies, minus my planners and the things I've already showed you. So this was one that was actually one of the, is it clearance deals? I don't know. It was just like super discounted, and I thought it'd be interesting to try. It's actually a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. I was picturing it slightly bigger, but I think it will still work just fine. but this is a little box set of sticky notes. Okay, I went ahead and opened it up so I can show you all the different notepads inside. So this one is just a weekly calendar, has Monday through Friday, and then a slot for the weekend. And these are pretty thick. I mean, there's quite a few on there. So there's that one. And then this one is a habit checklist. This has priorities and time-sensitive plans, so that's kind of a cool one. I love using guided sticky notes similar to these in my regular planner because I can move them around as I go. Like, I can even use them in my daily planner, and because they have all the days of the week, I just move them from day to day as I go through it. Things like that, but they just give me a little bit of extra planning space when I need it, and so I get a lot of use out of sticky notepads like this. And then the last two that are in here, this one is just a simple checklist. Oh, there's actually more. Okay, so these ones are a little bit thinner. There's not quite as many in there. So there's the checklist one, and then this one is just some of the flowers. And then right here we have priority and for later, and then another flower one. So those are really fun. I'm excited about those. I love sticky notes of all kinds, so I'm sure those will be super useful. The next thing I got is the new monthly sticker book. I get these every year. They're probably my favorite sticker books that Erin Condren comes out with. I don't use a ton of stickers in my planner, but I do really like to plan according to the month and the season and things like that. And so I just always love these sticker books. This is really, really pretty. I love this washi tape right here. If you can see, it has little blue snowflakes on it. I should put it down so that you can see the whole page. So there's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So these match the standard Erin Condren colorway, but I just love how fun they are. The January ones are usually always my favorite. I was really excited to grab that. And the next thing that I got is another set of these snap-in pocket dashboards. I love these, and I've shown these before. I even have a whole video where I just gave you tons of ideas of how to use them. And if you saw my planner lineup for 2024, I have a lot of planners this year, and I want to utilize these quite a bit. And so I got another set of them so that I can make sure I have all that I need for all my different planners. And then I got this cover. This one has been out for a little while, but I just love it. It's got like holographic foil stars. I know it's really hard to see with the light on the camera, but I just thought it was really pretty. It's even prettier in person than it was on the website. So I'm really excited to finally grab that one. And I found this set of notepads on the website. These are part of the focus line, but I just thought these would be really useful. So this one says tasks, and it has daily and then weekly and then just an empty box right here. So it could be like a habit tracker or just things that you're trying to remember for each day, things like that. And then this one is more of a project planning, which I also love to break down things like that. It just works really well for my brain. So I'm excited to give those a try too. I will get back to these in a minute because I want to do a pen test with those for you. I got two of these petite journals. They're in the productivity layout, which normally isn't my favorite, but this cover is really pretty. And I've been thinking more and more about ways that I can use the productivity layout, and so I wanted to grab a couple more. And these were deeply on sale. I think they were at least half off, probably more than half off. And these also are prettier in person than they were on the website. I'm really excited, and I'm glad I got these. But I just love the petite planners, so I'm really excited about those. I also grabbed two of these packs of these transparent square stickers. Things like this I find really useful, and I loved the colors that they had. They have 4 different metallic covers, and the last one right here looks like it's holographic, which is really pretty. And then they have more of the neutral colors that they're doing, which I love this kind of colorway. And so I was really excited to see those. And then there's some more of the standard colors. So I grabbed 2 of those because I'm sure I will be able to use a ton of them. I also got this planning pack, which I've been looking at for a while. I just love this, the watercolor stripes pattern. It's one of my favorites, especially in this neutral version, and so I was just really excited to grab that as well. And then I also got a new on-the-go folio. This is the new Asterix one, or is it canvas? I don't know what they're calling it. And it's really funny because different pictures of it that I had seen, some of them look like it's gray and some of them look like it's purple. So I can tell you it's definitely more of a purple color, but it is like a grayish purple. But I would definitely call it more purple than gray. But what I love is the little asterisks on it are actually kind of holographic metallic. I don't know if you can see it very well. They're not super shiny, like super foiled, but they definitely are a little shimmery. So I think that's really fun. I love the on-the-go folios, so I'm excited to get this one. Okay, and then for these pens, this style of pen is actually one of my favorites that they do. It's the dual tip, dual ink markers, or highlighters. I call them highlighters because they act like highlighters. But this is a set of colors I didn't have yet. So the fine tip side, it looks like these ones are all black. And then they have these various colors. So I wanted to do a pen test for you, just so you can see how they actually write and look on paper. Oh, I also want to point out that written on each pen now, hold on, they actually have the name of the color on the pen. That, along with the actual swatch of color, I am so excited about. My one thing that I did not like about the other pens like this is that the barrel on them was all exactly the same, and it was really hard to tell which pen was which color. So I love that they changed the barrel color and that they actually wrote the name of the color on there. I definitely did not let that dry long enough. It kind of bled because the highlighter was still wet, and so yeah, don't do that. Let it dry a little bit if you're going to write on top of it with a felt tip pen. That was definitely not the neatest pen test I've ever done. I actually kind of had a hard time writing with them, and I don't know if it was the angle I was at or if it was the coarseness of the Erin Condren paper. It kind of just felt like they stuck as I was writing with them. I definitely think that on smoother paper it would be much easier, and it really could have just been the angle I was at. The table that I filmed from is kind of low, and so that definitely could have been part of the problem too. But you can still see the colors. I love the salmon one. I think that's really pretty, and so is the nectarine. They are so bright and vibrant. Like, these colors are really, really pretty. So I'm definitely happy with them. I definitely think it was either the paper or the angle that I was at that made them hard to write with. And then of course this one, I didn't let it dry long enough, and so it totally bled through the wet highlighter. But once I just started writing outside the highlighter, it was perfectly fine. And I'm sure it would be fine too if the highlighter was dry. But because I did a double line right there and then just immediately wrote on it, I think that was part of the problem. But I am happy with them. I don't think it's the fault of the pens. I think the pens are fine. I think it was just technical difficulties. So anyway, I love the colors. I'm super happy with that. Okay, and then the last thing that I have to show you are my two planners. I'm not going to go over either of them in a lot of depth. I actually want to do a separate video so that I can show you in more detail what they're like. But this one is a monthly planner. So inside it just has the monthly calendar, and then you get, I think it's 10 lined note pages. And this is going to be my content planner for next year. My blog and YouTube, all of that will go in here. This is what I've been using for years, and it works really well. And so I'm just going to continue with that. And I just got my new one for 2024. Of course, I also got the rainbow coil on it, which is so pretty. I don't always splurge on getting the coil upgrades, but because it was the Black Friday sale, everything was 35% off, including upgrades. I decided to go for it, and I'm really happy because I think it looks super pretty. This second book is the Family Organizer book. This one I got in the Inspire colorway, so it's very colorful and bright. All of the dividers are just solid colors, which is really pretty. This is actually the neutral version, which isn't completely neutral when it comes to the tabs, I guess, because the tabs have a little bit of color on them, which I love this. It's kind of a muted color blends, which I just think is really, really pretty. So I love it. The tabs are all gray, which I also love, because then they will just match any of my covers that I put it with. I would have gotten the upgraded coil on this one too, but they actually don't offer it. They do have the gold and the rose gold in case you want those ones, but they just didn't offer the multicolored coil on this one. So this is actually a pretty unique planner, and I'm not going to be using it quite as intended, but I loved the structure of it and I wanted to try it out for some things. I'm still not entirely sure how it's going to work, but I kind of just want to play around with it. So you still have the monthly calendar here, and there actually is a little bit of color because these lines right here are purple. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh no, they're different colors. So there's a peach. Okay, I was thinking they were all completely gray on the inside, but it's just the light colors, which I don't mind at all. I think that's really pretty. I don't mind having color in my planner, because I don't use a ton of stickers other than just like little random ones. And if I do use stickers, I tend to try to match it to whatever color is already on the page. It actually gives me a little structure to work from, and so I like that. But I was actually thinking that the entire interior was all gray, and it's not. So anyway, that's interesting, good to know. But after the monthly calendar, you just have some other structured pages, and I think you also get some just regular lined pages in here too. And then at the very end, there's like this memory spread. I'm just excited about the possibilities with this. There's so many different things that it can be used for other than its intended purpose. So I'll definitely keep you updated as I decide what I'm actually going to do with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like planner videos, I would love it if you considered subscribing, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.